They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But what if that beauty was stolen from someone else, to be used for power? Amma had always known she was beautiful, but she also knew that her beauty alone wasn't enough to change her life. For years, she had struggled, looking for jobs, looking for opportunities, but nothing ever seemed to stick. She was always on the edge of success, but something was missing. Maybe it was the bad luck. Or maybe it was the fact that her hair was always a mess, long and tangled, uncombed because she couldn't afford the time or money to fix it. But all of that changed when Miriam stepped into her life. Miriam had a way about her, charming, soft-spoken, with an air of mystery that seemed to make anyone feel special. When Miriam first approached Amma on the street, offering to fix her hair for free, Amma hesitated, unsure of the offer. But she was desperate for change, so she went. Miriam worked magic on Amma's hair, and when Amma looked in the mirror, she barely recognized herself. Her hair was thick and shiny, perfectly braided in intricate designs that made her look radiant. For the first time in years, Amma felt like she was truly shining, and then, things started to change. She got a job, a promotion, and even started dating someone who admired her. People took notice. Her life seemed to be moving in the right direction, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The success she had didn't feel entirely hers. Something was missing, something she couldn't explain. The more she succeeded, the more she felt disconnected from herself, as though she was living someone else's dream. A few weeks passed, and things continued to fall into place for Amma. She felt like her world was finally turning around, but at the same time, she began to feel empty. She couldn't place it. Her friends and family were concerned about her. She seemed different, more distant, like someone else was living her life. One night, she had a dream. In it, Miriam was standing over her, braiding her hair. But instead of hair, it was threads of her own soul, her destiny, that Miriam was weaving together. Amma woke up with a sense of dread. She felt as though something had been taken from her, but she couldn't explain what. The next day, after yet another successful meeting at work, Amma decided to confront Miriam. She couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong, and she had to know the truth. When she entered Miriam's salon, she was taken aback by what she saw. Cars, luxurious and sleek, were parked outside. It wasn't just the usual women getting their hair done. There were big names inside, politicians' wives, celebrities, and influential women sitting around in a closed meeting, speaking in hushed tones. Miriam was at the center of it all, leading the conversation with a calm and authoritative voice. The moment Amma stepped inside, the room went silent, and all eyes turned toward her. "Miriam, what's going on?" Amma asked, her voice shaky. "What is all of this?" Miriam smiled, but there was something cold behind her eyes. "Amma, you've been gifted with something special. I knew the moment I laid eyes on you that your destiny was meant for more." Amma's heart raced. "What do you mean? I thought you just helped me with my hair." Miriam's smile faded as she walked toward Amma. She placed a hand gently on her shoulder, her voice lowering. "I gave you more than that. I took what you didn't even know you had, the power inside you. Your destiny. Your future." Amma recoiled, taking a step back. "What are you talking about? What did you do to me?" Miriam's eyes grew colder, and she gestured toward the women in the room. "I've given what I've taken to those who want more, to the wives of the most powerful men in this city. They want influence, power, control, and I can give it to them, but at a cost." Amma felt like the floor had dropped beneath her. "You took my destiny. You stole my future." Miriam's expression softened. "I didn't take it all, Amma. I gave you everything you asked for: love, success, and opportunity. But the price you paid was your soul. I've taken the best parts of you to feed the desires of others. Your destiny is now mine to control, and in return, I've helped those who want power. But you were never meant to stay the same. No one is. Omar stood frozen, her mind racing. Miriam had taken more than just her hair, she had stolen her life. The glowing confidence she had felt was nothing more than a false illusion, built on a trade she never agreed to. The politician's wife stood up from the meeting, looking at Omar with a smile. "She's right, dear. We all had to make a trade. Miriam is quite skilled at this. She helps us, and in return, we help her maintain her power." Omar could barely breathe. The elite women in the room had all traded something of their soul for power, and Miriam was the one who controlled it all. "This is wrong," Omar whispered. "I never asked for this." Miriam's face softened for a moment, then hardened again. "You can't get it back, Omar. The change has already been made." Omar left the salon in a daze. Her entire world had shifted, and she couldn't understand what had happened. She had everything she ever wanted, but she had lost herself in the process. Her destiny was gone, and all she had left was the hollow shell of the life she thought was hers. But something inside her refused to give up. She had to fight. She couldn't let Miriam keep her future. Omar made a decision. She would go back to Miriam and demand her destiny back, but this time, she wouldn't be the same. She would fast, she would pray, and she would fight for what was hers. For 3 days, Omar did nothing but pray and fast. She sat in silence, reflecting on her life, on the things she had lost, and the parts of herself that were still alive within her. She called out to the higher power, asking for strength to reclaim her true self. On the 3rd night, as she lay in bed, she dreamed again. This time, it was a vision of her former self, free from Miriam's grasp, strong and glowing with natural energy. She saw herself walking away from the chains that had bound her. When Omar woke up, she felt a new power inside her. Her true destiny was hers to claim. Omar returned to Miriam's salon one last time, her heart stronger and clearer than ever. She was ready to fight for her life back. "Miriam," she said, her voice unwavering, "I want my destiny back. I want what you stole from me." Miriam looked at her, almost pityingly. "It's not that easy, Omar. You can't just take back what you've given away." Omar stood tall, her eyes burning with determination. "I don't care what it takes. I'll fight you for it." And that's exactly what she did. With prayer, strength, and determination, Omar fought for her destiny, and after a long battle of will, she took back what was hers. Miriam watched her leave, the realization settling in that Omar had reclaimed her soul, and with it, the power that Miriam could never take. You may lose yourself in the pursuit of power, but no one can take your true destiny unless you let them.